The partnership between Disney and Pixar is one of pure magic. Well, it is when you get past all the legal battles and stuff, but the point is, a lot of people who grew up in the 90s and early 2000s saw Disney and Pixar as two sides of the same coin. Yet despite their partnership, the two brands were still unique and distinct from one another. Pixar was known for groundbreaking 3D animation, while Disney painted beautiful moving canvases of 2D art that took audiences to whole new worlds of magic and wonder. However, towards the end of the 2000s, Disney began to move away from traditional 2D animation and adopted a more Pixar style for, well, everything. The Princess and the Frog and Winnie the Pooh 2012 being among some of the last prominent 2D Disney animated theatrical releases. And personally, I and a lot of other film enthusiasts see this as a major problem for the House of Mouse. So what do I mean by that? Well, let me ask you a question, dear viewer. Is Wreck-It Ralph a Pixar movie? If you said yes, then you're wrong. Not that I can blame you though, it looks and feels like a Pixar film, but no, it's actually a Disney animated movie in the same line as, say, Peter Pan, for example. Are you starting to see the problem now? Disney and Pixar are so woven together that the line between them has blurred, and you can no longer tell where Disney begins and Pixar ends. Pixar was so successful throughout the late 90s and the 2000s that Disney began to adopt their style more and more, sacrificing the 2D style of Walt Disney himself and the Disney animators and artists who preceded the modern era of Disney. If you fancy yourself a film historian or enthusiast, you probably already know where this video is going. Disney is a company with a long, proud history, and they have been defined by a certain identity and style that was born from traditional 2D animation. By abandoning that art form and becoming more like Pixar, the company has lost its identity, lost what made it recognizably Disney. I recently put out a video on my gaming channel where I predicted the Disney films that will appear in the upcoming Kingdom Hearts 4, and there were a number of films where I had to look up if they were actually Disney animated films or Pixar films. That's how indistinguishable the two have become. It's almost as if Pixar ate Disney, for goodness sakes. And that's not to say that I dislike the 3D animated style of Pixar, no, not at all. I love it, I grew up with it. Heck, Toy Story is one of my favorite movies as a kid. But I miss 2D traditional animation. I miss the richness of it, how it was like watching an animated painting on screen. The unique colors and shades that you really can't get from 3D. And to this day, when someone says the word Disney, I think of their classic 2D animated films because that is Disney's identity, or I guess it was their identity. I would love to return to an era where 2D animated films and 3D animated films can coexist, like they did in the 90s and the 2000s. There was a pretty good balance of the old and the new at Disney for many years, and unfortunately that balance has been disrupted in recent times. Disney has a lot of problems, and I mean a lot of problems, a lot of issues, and this is just one of many. But it's one that shouldn't be too hard to fix. Hopefully one day Disney will reclaim a little bit of the company that it used to be, not by picking up a computer mouse, but by picking up a pen. Also, can we stop with all the live action remakes? Enough is enough. Seriously, they're remaking Moana, and that movie isn't even 10 years old yet. What the hell, Disney? Hey, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to tell me your thoughts on this topic down below. And if you like what you saw, hit the like button, click the bell, and be sure to subscribe and share the content so more people can enjoy it as well. If you want early access to videos like this, consider becoming a patron on Patreon for only $3 a month. I've started to see some promising signs of growth from this channel, and I would love to make videos for you guys full time. So Patreon will definitely help. And if you're feeling extra generous, I have a PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. The information for all of this is in the description box down below. Also, I have other channels such as my gaming channel, so if you're into that, check them out. Again, thanks for watching, and this is JeskerJames with a Z, signing out.